Hiya, session 4 of resilience in lockdown. Hope everyone's okay and hanging on in there. I wanted to talk to you today about another little technique that we talk about on the resilience training, and it's one that you may have heard of. We call it 3 good things. It's a positive psychology technique. It's really well evidence-based. It has a lot of evidence that it improves mood and can be protective against things like anxiety and stress. You might have heard of other things such as gratitude practice and those sorts of terms. I want to sort of simplify it a little bit, I think, to make it accessible for everybody. So in a lot of these sorts of exercises, the idea is that when you go to bed, you have a pen and a piece of paper and you write down 3 good things that have happened today. In my version, I make it slightly different because I want you to do it earlier in the day. I want you to do 3 good things when you are cooking tea or when you're having your shower when you get in from work. Think about 3 good things that have happened in that day, 3 little positives. They don't have to be massive. It could be that the patient that you've been working with had a video call with their wife and it really cheered them up and you saw them smiling for the first time. It might be that you had a really nice lunch because you made a bit of extra effort to take something that you really enjoyed. It may be that a colleague made you a cup of tea. It doesn't have to be huge. But if you really can't think of 3 things at that point, early evening, so not when you go to bed, much earlier on in the evening, if you can't think of 3 things, it is your responsibility to make them happen. So you've got a couple of hours still before you go to bed to say to yourself, right, what would cheer this day up? And to take the control back, to not feel like you've just been overwhelmed by this tsunami of negativity all day and feel that sort of level of despair that we can all feel sometimes. And it's very tempting just to say, oh, well, sod it, I'm going to bed and, let's just hope tomorrow will be better. But actually you can salvage that day. It's going to be different for everyone. For me, it would be something like take the dog out for a walk by the river in the evening sun, or go to bed a little bit earlier and read an extra chapter of my book that I'm really enjoying at the moment, or cook a really nice supper rather than just chucking a pizza in the oven, which is very tempting to do when you've had a rubbish day. Or phoning your best mate and having a really good giggly chat, or playing a board game. Doesn't matter. Watch a film that you know always makes you laugh. But take the opportunity yourself to make those good things happen. We can't control so much of what's going on at the moment, but there are things you can control. And it's the old serenity poem or prayer, whatever you want to call it, that's grant me the strength to control the things that I can control, the serenity to accept the things I can't, and the wisdom to know the difference. That's it for this one. See you next time.